What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Call of Duty Riot Shield Warfare. In today's video, we're doing another supply drop opening. I have 50 supply drops. I actually managed to get a ton of very cool supply drops because I finally signed up for Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, which gives you a ton of special supply drops. I think they give you one special supply drop for each of the different events. So I have a winter bribe, a resistance bribe, I've got a heroic uniform bribe, I've got epic weapons, I've got blitzkrieg things, I've got a ton of everything. So we're going to go through all of these. This is the last day for the Undead event. So by the time I go through all of this, I'll probably have enough to be able to buy one of the new weapons. I'm still lacking the most recently added weapons, so that will be the lever action, the PTRS. I never got the Arasaka from the last weapon drop update. I don't have the new SMG, the Nambu, the new LMG. There's a bunch of weapons that I could get. So really, the doors are wide open. Whatever we start to complete in terms of collections by the end, hopefully we can complete those ones. So we're just going to jump right into this. Today's superpower shoutout goes out to Gabe on Twitter, the Gabe12, I think. I don't have it right in front of me, but I will link his Twitter in the description down below. He wanted to know what the new Quartermaster menu looks like, because with the most recent update, they've added in a new division, they've added in new abilities in terms of basic training, and they're basically preparing for DLC 3, and I was complaining that I hate this new menu. Now you've got an L1, R1 between contracts and deals. I'm not sure if that was always the case. I feel like there was a little tab that you could just tab over, but it's the collections menu itself. They've changed this completely. Now you have to go through each of these and select which collection you're looking at. So special would be like your St. Patty's Day things, blitzkrieg, of course, resistance. But the biggest problem with these, I do like the little diagram of the cards themselves, but the biggest problem with these is that they're fucking annoying green stars here. Winter Siege, resistance, that little green star telling me that, oh yeah, this collection is ready to complete. But when I click on it, this collection reward is no longer available because they lock you out once this collection is over. I've always said this from day one. If you complete all of the items even after the collection is over, like I can go into Blitzkrieg, for example, this is over, I can still get these items from supply drops. I can't buy them, they're not available for purchase, but I can find those items in supply drops, and if I find them in supply drops and I complete the collection, I should be able to get the collection reward as well, but that isn't the case. So it really sucks, and it's really annoying to have this bright green star on these two collections. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little OCD, and when I see green stars on my menu screens, it makes me freak out. I need to make sure everything is toggled off when there are new divisions added, when I get new outfits for divisions, when I get new calling cards, and all these green stars appear on the menu. It gives me anxiety to see all those green stars. So now that I have green stars that I can't get rid of, I'm a little ticked. And I'm not a big fan of this whole menu system. Now you have to go through each individual one, and then you go through and see which parts you have. They completely changed it, and it was perfectly fine before. But without further ado, we're going to hop into this supply drop opening. If you're wondering about my COD point total, I think they gave me 100 COD points as well for Twitch Prime, or it was some kind of add-on thing. I do not buy COD points, and most of you guys should know that. We're going to start off with our basic, very bottom-of-the-line supply drops. Whirlybird, so I should see a lot of things in here that I don't have duplicates of. I haven't opened any supply drops since the Undead event began, so I don't have any Undead items. So there's going to be a lot of items before I see a lot of duplicates. Like, I'm getting Undead items. I do like how there's a little symbol down there to tell me that those are Undead items and not just a regular item. But so far, no good. Sunset Melee, I may or may not make a video upcoming soon about camouflages in the game. They kind of defeat the purpose of going through all the camouflage challenges I've found. I'm waiting, and Butcher 2, Expeditionary Division. I only really use one division now, so outfits are lost on me. Oil can, so that's a very special Undead item, I guess, because it's a different color. So that one must be part of the collections, maybe? The collections for actually getting other items, because these are also Undead items, but they're regular cards and not Undead cards. I don't know. The supply drop system is just above and beyond me at this point. There's so many different things going on. And I don't play this game as often as I used to. I've been playing it a little bit recently just to try to get some more supply drops. I got a few from the Twitch Prime thing, but I had a bunch of contracts that I wanted to finish. So I wanted to make sure that we had a ton of supply drops for a good video. So that would be a Blitzkrieg item, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and Control. That's just what I need, a thing for a keyboard, a PC player emblem. It's going to be useful. Show them all that I'm playing mouse and keyboard on COD World War II. Maybe on Fortnite. Indian Head is a duplicate. Actually, those are all duplicates. Usually my common supply drops are really good. There's a rifle camouflage, teeth. Yeah, I usually find that my common supply drops almost sometimes do better than my rare supply drops, so I'm a little upset that I'm not getting a whole lot right now. Oh, there's an epic. Soggy Waff. I already have that one. Now, that one is definitely part of a collection. We've got the Undead card. It's 1 out of 6, and that's a shotgun camouflage. So that is definitely part of a collection. Moving on to the next big set of supply drops, which is rares. Alright, heroic right off the top. Rolling Thunder 2. That's one of the newer MG42s that's been added in. I think there's a Rolling Thunder in the collections that you can complete. So we've got the black and gold edition of the MG42. I was actually a big fan of the MG42 towards the beginning of the game, but I've found that the MG15 and the Lewis gun, and with recent updates, have become better. Rotten LMG, that's another camouflage, but that one is not part of a collection. So even if it has the Undead card, it doesn't necessarily mean it's part of an Undead collection. So that's interesting to know. Winter items. Regiment of Dragoons is a duplicate. Optics for a 4x zoom. There's an epic. Newsboy cap. I don't really change my helmets too often, so... G'day, mate. Casings, heavy recoil, duplicates, duplicates, duplicates. French Underground 2 is a duplicate, a hippo weapon charm. Giant allied robot. Got some Titanfall throwbacks here in Call of Duty World War II. There's a heroic. That's more like it. And it's a duplicate. And it's a uniform. And the Metallish, I didn't know I had that machine pistol, so I'm surprised it's a duplicate. I know I have the big, long, like, almost rifle-looking machine pistol. I didn't know I had the brown and green one. You start to notice the theme with some of these variants. Some of the newer variants that they've been adding in are getting a lot more wacky and crazy and out of control. You can tell they've given up on keeping the game really realistic, and I'm okay with that, but it's kind of interesting to see that the very first variants that they had in the game, there were the black and gold ones, there were the gray, green, and yellow writing ones, there were, like, they had very specific variant types. There were ones that were made out of wood, and you can see the same kind of variant in each different weapon. And now they're just getting crazy. They're just like, let's just make anything. You've got the Rosie the Riveter, grease gun, and other kinds of crazy things like that. So we've already got a duplicate from the Undead items. That sucks. I hate seeing duplicates. I thought they tried to reduce the amount of duplicates that we see in the game. I think the rare zombie supply drops, these are just the ones that you get from playing zombies, but I think they were giving these out as regular supply drops at the beginning of the Undead event, like these were the special supply drops, but it's going to give me zombie items that I'm never going to use. I actually haven't played zombies in Call of Duty World War II to this day, so I don't even know what any of this means. Is that good stuff? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It says common and rare, so I'm not assuming it's anything special. And now we've got epic supply drops, bribes. I think the bribes I need to save to the end because they are, well, I mean, all of these are bribes. Okay, we're gonna start with the epic supply drop. The rest are bribes, which means they're duplicate protected. And now I've got people standing in my way, so I'm gonna have to move over here. Here we go. Epic weapon bribe. Oh, not an epic weapon, an epic supply drop. Sorry, I thought that was an epic weapon. I'm like, there's no weapon there. So it's the Legion Infantry, and that's another undead item. But now we're getting into the fun stuff. Now we've got bribes. So winter bribe first, obviously, because it's the oldest one and it doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. I think I have almost all of the winter items. So that's a triple heroic, and it's 2 outfits and a calling card. So that kind of sucks to not have a heroic weapon. I think I still need the Gaffair heroic, so I'm a little upset with that, but whatever. We've got enough bribes to go around. We're okay, we're okay. Resistance heroics. There's one. Undercover hero. I think that's the one that he pulls his jacket open like Superman. Not sure though. That was my big bribe from Resistance. I've got a heroic uniform bribe, so this one means nothing to me. I don't really necessarily care about my uniform. I kind of just want guns. There's an epic army banjo and an anchor emblem. But yeah, like we're all just here for the guns. We want to see the newer weapons. I'm gonna keep all of the undead stuff. I think these are all kind of undead-esque items, even though they're not technically undead. They're all part of completing the contracts to get these undead items. So we're gonna go to Blitzkrieg, I think. Now, Blitzkrieg is when I stop playing the game as often, so these won't be all heroic if I'm not mistaken. Although there is a heroic right there. I'll take it. Bang, which is a duplicate. So the bribe actually gave me that ruby LMG camo and not any other part. And that actually completed a collection too, which is not very useful because, well, I can't claim that reward even if it did complete a collection that I needed. There's an epic. Australian Regiment 2. I like a plain heroic to pop up in there. That's not bad. Golden Sun 2. I'm not a fan of the Airborne Division ever since the update to give them the ability to fire while they're sprinting at all times. I never liked that basic training, and that they've included that with Airborne, it just throws me off. I'm not a big fan of gung-ho, never have been, so I'll save the undead specific bribes to the end because I think I want those more than anything because those are the newer weapons. Whereas assault rifle, sniper rifle, I don't think these actually guarantee you anything in particular, but who am I to say? Got a weapon charm. Dark Riveter sushi roll weapon charm. Perfect. I've always wanted to hang a sushi roll from my gun and fight on the beaches of Normandy, you know. Definitely a super realistic game. Okay, everybody keeps running back and forth. They're blocking where my supply drops are coming in. What do we have? These are Infantry Division uniform bribes. Very specific now. Funny because I don't really use Infantry Division either. Infantry Division was one of my least favorite from the beginning of the game, actually. Undead uniforms. Okay, we've got an epic arms dealer, which is expeditionary. It is part of a collection though. That's what I like to see. U.S. assault airborne. Okay. We're on our last few supply drops here. Last 5. Sniper rifle, assault rifle, and undead bribes. I'm going to go with the assault rifle. I think I have all of the DLC assault rifles, so it'll just be an add-on of whatever kind. An epic. Bug Juice M1A1, that's one of the oldest variants in the game, I believe. I don't know if it was a Bug Juice 2 that was first in the game. I think there's one of each now, but I'm not sure which is which. We've got the sniper rifle next. Now, I do have a few snipers that I could very, very easily get here. Some snipers that I've been looking for. But it doesn't look like this is going to be either of them. I've got the Carabin Patriot, which is something I didn't even know to be in the game. Was kind of hoping for, you know, the Arasaka, the lever action, the PTRS. I could go on. Now, we've got 3 undead bribes to round us off for the end of the opening. And I'm not seeing any epics so far. A melee camo. Looks like there's a lot of camos in this collection. I just want the epic items so I can complete collections. That's a legendary, which is a little better, but come on, man. Give me an epic at the very least. No epics. So that was 50, I would say 50 unique supply drops, more like 30 unique supply drops and 20 regular or 30 regular. But that's everything. That is all that we have. So I'm going to go in here. I've earned something special, he's telling me. I could buy some epic weapon armory drops as well, because they're only 10,000, but we're going to see what I can do in terms of completing a collection. So this one, like I said, can't finish that collection. Can't finish this collection. Blitzkrieg. Oh, look at this. I've earned the British tanker, the baseball bat, and look at, I can't complete those collections, so I can't get them. I finished the Itra Burst. I finished everything in Blitzkrieg, and so I should be able to get this Itra Burst, which is a really, really cool looking Itra Burst. I should be able to get the baseball bat, but instead, no, they've locked me out because of the stupid fucking supply drop system in this game. That is just ridiculous, and is coming back for basically every other Call of Duty that will ever be made. So if I want this Patient Zero axe, that's going to be more than half of my... Yep, more than half of my armory credits to get that one. The Nambu, oh my god, more than half of my armory credits just to get the one item. I don't know if I can even afford this altogether. I really like the Nambu. It's pretty powerful. I've picked it up and it seems really, really strong. This one is just out of... I mean, for one, the weapon looks ridiculous. Like I said, they are definitely throwing realism out the window now. So, I mean, it's a PTRS, but I can't even afford it. Not even close. Maybe, if I might have like one armory credit to spare. And Undead Warden, that's just an outfit. So I don't really necessarily care about the outfit or the axe. And then in terms of Operation Overlord, because there are new weapons in here as well. U.S. Assault. I wish you could see the collection reward right there if it just showed you an image. Instead, I have to go through each one at a time and look at every single one of them. The Claymore is the sword, which I could buy that. That's pretty cheap, but I don't really want a melee weapon. I'd kind of rather have a real gun, you know? Real gun, like the big boys. There's the lever action. I could buy that. That would be about half my armory credits. Russian Engineer Stinger. This is the new LMG, which apparently fires very, very slowly. It seems to be... I've picked it up. I didn't get any kills with it, but it felt a lot like the old M60 from the Black Ops games. But I'm not sure. The Blunderbuss is another weapon that I don't have, and it's really expensive. The Sweetie, M1A1 Carbine, I don't need these. I have other variants of them. I'd rather have a brand new weapon. The Arasaka, we're getting kind of close. So now it comes down to Arasaka or lever action. I've always wanted the lever action because it's the Winchester, right? And that's one of my favorite weapons. In the real world, it's one of my favorite weapons, so I wanted it from the moment it was leaked. Unfortunately, it's lever action sniper rifle, so it comes with the scope. I'd rather just have it an iron sight sniper rifle would be better for me. I don't know if these are in any order in terms of completed. Yeah, these are all completed down here. So I have completed a ton of collections towards the beginning of the game, and now they've started adding in new collections where the top items are 10,000 apiece, like in this Undead bundle for the Nambu, like 12,950 for one item that I'm not even going to use. It's just a gateway to get to the SMG. Like, this stuff drives me crazy. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys just love spending your armory credits and just sinking 40 hours every two or 3 days into this game to be able to get any supply drops to get these items. I don't know. Absolutely absurd if you ask me that you need to put that much time or that much money into the game in order to get these weapons. It just blows my mind. And they only give you 20, 30 days to unlock these items, so oh man, that is just ugh. I'm getting anxiety just looking at it. But I'm going to buy this lever action. I'm not a huge, great sniper, but this is kind of one of the weapons that I wanted for a very long time. From the time it was leaked, I kind of wanted this, so. And that actually wasn't too bad. I still have 13,000 armory credits, but we've got the Dread lever action. I'm going to work on this thing until I get to the very end of it and put that iron sight on, because I don't really want to use the scope too badly. I think it's going to be awesome with iron sights, so we're going to have to try that out. Lever action, and now I have 13,000. I could buy an epic weapon bribe, but that'll likely give me a weapon that I already have, a different variant of that weapon anyways. So I'm looking through the Claymore. Like I said, I could buy that very, very cheaply, but it's a melee weapon. The blunderbuss is way out of my league. I could get the Arasaka, but I just bought a sniper rifle, and I don't necessarily need 2 sniper rifles right away. Waffenschmied. And in terms of the Undead collections, I might be able to afford that, all said and done, but the Nambu, that's all of my armory credits for that first item, and then I'd still need 8,900 for the next, which I won't be getting in the next 7 hours before the whole thing resets. So basically rip to the Undead collections, because those are never going to be completed, and I'm going to have to find all of the new weapons in supply drops, and as we've just seen with those 50 supply drops I've opened, I don't have the greatest luck there either. I don't think I found a single new weapon in those 50 supply drops. 50 unique supply drops, bribes even, from certain collections, and I didn't get any DLC weapons. So, you know there's something up, right? They were supposed to have fixed the whole collection system in this game. They were supposed to go through and make it so that you have a much better chance of getting items that you don't have, which I'm not really seeing that. That's not jumping out to me right now. So I'm just a little worried about that. I don't need to finish any collections for variants of older weapons, so I'm going to go ahead and get the Arasaka.
Make a choice.
You know, I don't necessarily need 2 sniper rifles right now. I don't need 1 sniper rifle right now, the amount I play this game, but I wanted that lever action a lot, and this is the only other new weapon that is worth my time. So I'm going to pick up the Arasaka as well, and we'll do a little comparison of the two, I suppose. I think the Arasaka is supposed to be faster with the recent updates that they've done, but I don't know. I've got a strong attraction to that lever action. And now, without further ado, I think we'll pop over to... I guess I need to go in my menu system to take a look at these. I'm just going to take a really quick look at each of these sniper rifles. So I did get the Carabin Patriot as well. Oh, that's the very short one. I do remember this one being added to the game as part of the Resistance collections. So we've got that guy. Nice, big, open, clean scope. And I do like the actual shape of him. He's nice and short, a little bit different from the base Carabin. As we can see here, he's a nice little short guy. But we got that. I should also just go ahead and look at these ones. So we've got the Bug Juice, and like I've said, there is a Bug Juice too. This is the green and gray and yellow writing variant that most weapons have. I think I got another one here. Nope, that was the only rifle. In terms of LMGs, the Rolling Thunder 2, the Rolling Thunder 1, you can complete the collection, but the Rolling Thunder 2 is the even better looking variant, which is all black and gold, very shiny, and the basic iron sight, so nothing special there. And then back to our sniper rifles, our 2 new sniper rifles. We've got the Type 38 Hydra, which is a crazy looking variant with the white and blue. I don't know what this is all about. Is that a dragon? I don't know what the guy's doing with his fingers. Maybe it's a dragon. But I do like the feel of this. It's very quick. The scope is a little weird. I'm not a fan of these really dark scopes where it's really black around the edges. I like to have a nice clean scope like that Patriot we were just looking at. But we'll have to see how it really feels. And then in terms of the lever action, the Dread, that's a nicer scope. This is what I mean by a more open scope. It's not as much black kind of caving in on the center of the scope. And it's nice and small. It's nice and it's got a nice light profile. But I know that this one doesn't do as much damage, and you have to be kind of quick with it. And then that reload speed, one at a time, brings me back to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare days. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, I should say. But we'll try out those 2 new sniper rifles. I think that is going to conclude today's video. I did get a couple outfits, but who really cares about outfits? Let's be honest. We're all here for the weapons. I'm not sure if I'll be continuing in my weapon review series. If you guys would like to see more DLC weapon reviews from me, let me know in the comment section down below. I know I said I was going to come back and do them in a different style a little while ago, then I got away from Call of Duty for a bit. Tomorrow I'm going to have a video for the Crew 2, the open beta. though I'll be showing Burnout Paradise gameplay in that because they cut me off of the Crew 2 beta, and I didn't know that the last few days were for pre-order bonuses only. So the beta kind of screwed me, and I have some very choice words for the Crew 2. There were some things in there. I took a few notes. It's definitely an interesting experience, so make sure you stay tuned for that one tomorrow. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe for more daily gaming goodness. We've got Call of Duty, The Crew 2. I've got more Last of Us coming up, and a whole bunch of other games. We're going to be getting into brand new games as they come out this year, so definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications. But that is going to conclude today's supply drop opening. I hope you enjoyed it. Have you tried any of the newer weapons? Let me know in the comments, and I will catch you guys on the next video.